Back to our other top story tonight. Lynn Maxwell spent another night on the stand in her own trial. She and her husband, Lindsay Maxwell, are charged with endangering the welfare of a child. Prosecutors say they forced 11-year-old Erin Maxwell to live in deplorable conditions before her death last summer. Tonight, Lynn Maxwell was grilled on the stand by prosecutors. Jim Kenyon is live in Palermo tonight with a close look at the testimony. Jim?
Right now, Lynn Maxwell is being peppered with one question after another, some very tough questions, as prosecutor Mark Moody pulls out all the stops. He's using graphic and rather disgusting photos of filth and animal waste that were taken inside the home by state police investigators the day that Erin died, and he asked her, "Is this healthy for a child?" Well, Lynn Maxwell had trouble answering that question, but eventually had to admit that it was not healthy in her terms in the long term. Now, Moody also is hammering away at why she and Lindsay Maxwell could afford all these luxuries like computers and certain types of furniture, and yet forced Erin to live in a barren room, locked in a caged-in room with 2 doors and 3 locks. Lynn Maxwell, during direct questioning by her attorney, Sal Lanza, though, did give the jury a look into her lifestyle in the days leading up to Erin Maxwell's death. She continued to try to shoot holes in the prosecution's claim that the house was full of garbage and feces and animals and had an overpowering odor. Lynn Maxwell again had to acknowledge that she kept 60 cats in her home and that she and Lindsay Maxwell would routinely sleep with 15 to 18 cats on their bed. She admitted that several cages in her bedroom were in fact overflowing with feces. She claimed she was so upset over the death of her mother that she couldn't keep up with the maintenance, so the cages hadn't been cleaned in 2 months. Well, Lynn Maxwell wept, though, when she described Erin's room, claimed that the stains on her bedding were Erin's vomit, and said that she changed the sheets weekly. The state police, however, said that Erin was often locked in that caged-in room and forced to live in filth. Maxwell also said that she kept caged chickens in the kitchen because, in her words, it was easier to clean the waste off the floor. Bottom line, Lynn Maxwell testified that nothing she did was injurious to Erin Maxwell. And during a break, I asked Lynn Maxwell to explain that lifestyle.
You testified that you allowed cages to overflow for a period of like 2 months, not being cleaned in your bedroom. Is that right?
I wasn't home enough to really clean them, and when I was home, I was so depressed I didn't care.
Doesn't that bolster the prosecution's case here, though, when they talk about feces throughout?
Well, I guess I don't know as I can answer that right now until I'm done testifying.
Well, she is currently testifying right now. At one point, Moody asked her about that overpowering odor, and she claimed that she didn't even notice it, but he also brought out that at one point the people that she worked with complained about the odor coming from her clothing. So it's something that maybe she didn't notice. She claimed, though, that she was so depressed that at one point she just didn't care, and in her words, she just shut down. The trial will continue through the week, probably here in Palermo Town Court. Lindsay Maxwell is also expected to testify in his own defense. Reporting live from Palermo, Jim Kenyon, Action News.